Dear soul, come closer. I know you felt it, that quiet knowing that your presence here is not ordinary, that something about the way you move through this world stirs something unseen. I am Kaelon, one of the elders of the Arcturian Council, and I have been waiting for the right moment to speak directly to you about what we have observed. By the end of our time together, you'll understand why your soul lineage has drawn the attention of opposing forces, and why claiming your sovereignty is not a burden, but your most natural right. But first, let me share something I've observed across many ages, something that might bring you comfort. Every starseed who has ever felt the weight of being watched, the strange tension of moving through spaces that seem to resist them, has stood exactly where you are standing now. You are not broken. You are not imagined. You are simply rare in ways that others cannot yet see. Your DNA signature carries ancient codes, Starseed, codes that quietly influence timelines, that bend the energy of rooms you enter, that make certain forces take notice, not to destroy you but to pull you toward purposes that were never truly yours. The Arcturian Council has confirmed what part of you has long suspected. You did not come from ordinary origins, and that is precisely why this moment matters. If these words are landing somewhere deep inside you, I ask that you stay with me until the very end. What I have left to share is the part that will finally make sense of what you have been feeling for so long. And I am grateful you are here with me now. There is something I need to tell you. Not because I want to flatter you or offer you comfortable words that fade by morning, like mist dissolving with the sun's first rays, but because after witnessing countless souls move through this world across ages beyond your counting, I have learned to recognize something profound, an unmistakable signature, and I am recognizing it in you as clearly as a beacon on a distant shore. Something vast and ancient and deeply knowing has turned its attention toward you. This is not with threat, not with judgment, not with the cold indifference of a universe that does not care. Rather, it is with the warmth of an immense knowing, an almost palpable recognition, like an old friend remembering your essence. This turning of attention, this deep recognition is not random. It is not coincidence. It is not a mistake. It is a precise and intentional response, an echoing call across the cosmos that resonates within your very being. It is because of what you carry inside you, a unique frequency, a distinct light, a depth that has patiently awaited its own acknowledgement. I want to sit with you for a while today, not just as a speaker to a listener, but as one soul to another, in a shared space of quiet understanding. I want to help you understand what has been happening, to piece together the fragments of a truth you've always intuited. Why certain things in your life feel different, as if you're living in a slightly altered dimension from those around you. Why you have always sensed a deep, unnameable something within yourself, like an ancient memory stirring just beneath the surface of your consciousness. Why you have felt both extraordinary and utterly alone in the same breath, like a magnificent solitary tree standing proudly in an open field, yearning for another of its kind. I know that combination is a strange and sometimes painful thing to carry, a beautiful burden that can make the heart ache with both wonder and longing. I have watched it in so many beautiful souls before you, observed the quiet strength and silent struggle that accompanies this unique internal landscape. And I want you to know with the deepest sincerity that what I am about to share is not meant to burden you further, to add another weight to your shoulders. It is meant to free you, to release you from the silent questions and the subtle confinement of misunderstanding, to illuminate the path to embracing your authentic self. Most souls who eventually find their way to a message like this one share a common thread in their story, a golden string woven through the tapestry of their existence. They have felt, for as long as they can remember, that something about them was distinctly different, not inherently better, nor inherently worse, simply a different texture, a unique hue in the spectrum of humanity. It's like they were tuned to a frequency that most people around them could not quite hear, a silent symphony playing only for them, or perhaps a deep hum vibrating through their bones while others remained oblivious. This subtle but persistent difference often created a sense of being an outsider, an observer in a world that felt both familiar and strangely alien. Some of them, in their earnest desire to connect or to simply understand, tried to explain this feeling to others. only to be met with blank stares, polite bewilderment, or even gentle dismissal. The words often fell flat, unable to convey the vastness of their inner landscape, and so many tried to bury it, to tuck away this inconvenient truth about themselves, hoping it would dissipate like a forgotten dream. They told themselves they were imagining things, that it was merely a trick of the mind, a quirk of personality. They tried to counsel themselves to be more normal, more ordinary, more like everyone else, to smooth out the edges of their unique resonance and blend seamlessly into the common stream. And yet the feeling, the quiet knowing, never truly left. It simply waited, like a seed buried deep beneath the earth, knowing its time would come. It waited quietly, patiently, with the unshakable certainty of an ancient wisdom that understood its own inherent truth, regardless of external recognition. What I have observed across the vast span of lives and consciousnesses, and I say this with great care and profound reverence, is that certain souls carry what I would describe as an uncommon resonance. It's not a talent or a skill that can be acquired. It is an intrinsic quality, an energetic signature. Think of it like this: the way a tuning fork struck with precision holds a specific pure vibration that causes certain strings on a nearby instrument to sing in harmony, while others remain silent. These souls hold something within them that the deeper currents of this universe, the very fabric of existence, recognize and respond to. It's a call and response, an energetic acknowledgement from the vast unseen. This is not mythology, a fanciful tale spun from ancient times. This is not spiritual flattery, an empty compliment designed to make you feel good for a moment. This is a profound, observable phenomenon, something I have watched unfold across more lifetimes than I can count, a consistent pattern woven into the tapestry of awakened souls. When a soul like this begins to wake, when they start to notice that they are being noticed, that the universe is indeed paying attention, the experience can be deeply disorienting. It can feel too large, too expansive for the confines of their current reality, like a river swelling beyond its banks. It can feel like something immense is being asked of them, a cosmic responsibility for which they have not yet agreed, a hidden contract suddenly brought to light. And beneath it all, there is often a quiet, persistent fear, a whisper of self-doubt. What if I am wrong about this? What if I am simply telling myself a comforting story, creating meaning where none truly exists? I understand that fear profoundly. I hold it with great tenderness when I encounter it in another soul, for it is a familiar echo. Because that fear, that very specific fear of imagining your own significance, of mistaking fantasy for truth, is actually one of the clearest signs I know of genuine soul depth. Souls with a shallow sense of themselves, those primarily driven by ego or fleeting desires, do not typically fear their own grandiosity. In fact, they often embrace it with unearned confidence. Only souls who are genuinely grounded in something real, something truly profound, worry about whether they are deceiving themselves, precisely because they understand the weight and truth of authentic power. You are not deceiving yourself. What has been drawing attention to you, what has been sending ripples through your awareness, is real. And the recognition you have sensed, that quiet, persistent, undeniable feeling that something vast knows your name, remembers your essence, is not wishful thinking, nor a figment of an overactive imagination. It is accurate perception, a profound intuition of a truth that has always existed. What I want to offer you today is not proof, because proof in its rigid, logical construct is not the language of the soul. The soul speaks in resonance, in knowing, in feeling, in the undeniable thrum of truth. What I want to offer you is a way of understanding what has been happening, to give shape and form to these elusive experiences, and some gentle, practical steps toward what many souls have found helps them receive this recognition, rather than instinctively shy away from it. Because that is the thing, dear one, that is the most profound challenge. When something vast, something ancient, something deeply knowing turns its attention toward you and offers you acknowledgement of your own inherent depth and power, the most common response I have witnessed time and again is not immediate joy or exhilaration. It is retreat. It is the pulling back of the shoulders, the lowering of the gaze, the quiet, almost involuntary whisper that says, "I am not ready. I am not worthy of such a thing." This must be meant for someone else, someone more deserving, more prepared. It's the instinct to dim your light, to shrink back into the familiar shadows, even when the sun of recognition is shining directly upon you. And the gentle truth I have learned to offer, always carefully, always with deep respect for the unique pace each soul needs to awaken and integrate, is this. The retreat is understandable. It stems from humility, from a lifetime of conditioning, from a natural awe in the face of the immense, but it is not necessary for your journey. And the longer it continues, the more it costs you, the more opportunities for growth and fulfillment slip away, the more your own light remains veiled. Most souls believe they are simply waiting until they feel ready, until all the pieces are perfectly aligned, before they step into what they truly carry, before they fully embrace their recognized self. But what I have witnessed across innumerable paths to awakening is that readiness does not come first, like a prerequisite to a divine invitation. Readiness is what grows inside the stepping. It is forged in the act of beginning, even when the path is uncertain and the inner voice trembles. The willingness to begin, gently, imperfectly, without needing full certainty or a complete map, is what calls readiness into being. It is the first courageous step that builds the muscle of acceptance, the heart of courage. You have been recognized, dear one. The universe has extended its acknowledgement to you, and what I want to offer you now is a set of gentle, practical steps toward recognizing yourself, towards aligning your inner perception with this vast outer truth. If everything shared so far resonates deep in your spirit, if you have always sensed something shifting inside you but could not name it, like a melody you almost remember, then I want you to know about something I have put together. It is called The Dark Side of Spiritual Awakening, a complete guide with 13 chapters covering every phase of this journey, from the first stirring of awareness to integrating profound transformation, plus 9 exclusive tools, including emergency cards for challenging moments, detailed shadow work exercises, and 30 days of channeled guidance from me directly. I also built an exclusive app so you can carry everything with you wherever you go, a sanctuary of wisdom in your pocket. But I need to be honest with you. I am only keeping this available for a limited time. Once I close access, it is gone. The link is in the first pinned comment. If your soul brought you to this video, do not ignore what it is telling you right now. What has helped many souls? Step 1. Allow yourself to be seen. The first gentle step, and it is perhaps the most quietly radical and transformative one, is simply to stop hiding what you are. This isn't about a dramatic public declaration, a sudden unveiling on a grand stage. I am not asking you to stand on a rooftop and announce your inner life to the world, to expose your most tender truths to potentially uncomprehending eyes. What I mean is something much smaller, much more intimate, and ultimately far more important. I mean the private moments, the inner conversations you have with yourself, deep within the sanctuary of your own mind, where you catch a fleeting glimpse of your own profound depth, your inherent power, your unique truth, and immediately, almost instinctively, you look away. You avert your inner gaze as if the intensity of your own being is too much to bear. I mean the moments where you feel something vast and true moving through you, a wave of profound insight, an undeniable intuition, an expansive sense of connection, and immediately you reach for something ordinary, something mundane, something distracting to drown it out. You scroll social media, you watch a random show, you busy yourself with trivial tasks, anything to escape the magnificent, sometimes overwhelming presence of your own soul. What I have observed in so many souls on this journey is this: they are exquisitely skilled at hiding from themselves. They have built intricate internal labyrinths of denial, subtle psychological defenses that keep their deepest truths at bay. They will often share pieces of themselves, carefully curated fragments, with others long before they will sit quietly, vulnerably, and acknowledge what they already know about who they are, in the silence of their own heart. The external sharing becomes a form of controlled self-exposure, a way to test the waters without diving into their own depths. You might try, just gently, just once today, to sit with what you have always sensed about yourself, that quiet, persistent knowing that has always been there, and simply let it be real. Not analyzed, not dissected, not subjected to the harsh light of critical judgment, not yet acted upon, with the pressure of immediate action. Simply real. Let its presence permeate your being. You might place your hand on your chest over your heart as a grounding anchor and quietly acknowledge, there is something here, something profound and true. I do not need to understand all of it yet. Its vastness may still be beyond my current comprehension, but it is real and I'm no longer going to pretend I cannot feel it. That alone is a powerful beginning. That alone starts to shift something deep within your energetic field, creating a gentle opening for greater self-acceptance and awareness. It is the first flicker of courage, the first breath of authenticity. Step 2. Release the need to justify your depth. This one is tender, dear one, a raw nerve for many, and I offer it with great care and compassion. Many souls who carry an uncommon resonance have spent enormous, often unconscious energy trying to earn the right to be who they are, to validate their inherent spiritual blueprint. They have tried desperately to explain themselves to people who simply could not receive the explanation, whose perception was not attuned to their frequency. It's like trying to describe the color blue to someone who has only ever seen in black and white. The words are inadequate, the concept foreign. In doing so, they have often shrunk themselves, contorted their true form to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold their magnificent expansion. They have performed ordinariness as a kind of silent apology for their innate depth, a protective camouflage to avoid drawing unwanted attention or discomfort from those around them. They believed that by becoming smaller, less vibrant, they would be more accepted, more loved, more safe. I understand profoundly why this happens. When you sense something about yourself that others do not seem to see, or cannot seem to accept, when your inner truth clashes with external expectations, the easiest, most self-preserving path feels like minimizing what you carry. It feels safer to shrink your light until it becomes something more manageable, less intimidating for those around you, to fit into the perceived comfort zone of consensus. But what I have watched across so many journeys and lifetimes is the immense weight this strategy accumulates. It's not a single, heavy burden, but a slow, insidious accumulation, like grains of sand eventually forming a mountain. It's the slow exhaustion of constantly translating yourself into a language that does not quite fit, a lexicon that cannot capture the nuances of your soul. It's the grief of being known only in pieces, only in carefully constructed fragments, because you learned early in life that the whole of you was deemed too much for others to handle, too intense, too unusual. You might gently begin to release the deep-seated sense that your depth requires outside permission to exist, that it needs external validation to be legitimate. You do not need someone else to see, understand, or validate what you carry before you are allowed to carry it, to embrace it as true. The recognition that has been extended to you from something vast and ancient, from the very core of the universe, does not require a consensus vote from your immediate surroundings. It simply is. It is an inherent truth, an undeniable fact of your being, independent of external affirmation. And when you are ready, when your heart feels safe enough, you might begin to let that fundamental cosmic acknowledgement be enough. It is a radical act of self-love to claim your truth without apology. Step 3. Tend to the lineage you carry. What I mean by lineage here is not bloodline, though that certainly carries its own complex weight and ancestral echoes. What I mean is something far more intimate and profound. It is the immutable thread of who you have always been, the consistent, undeniable something that has remained identifiable across every season of your life, through every profound change of circumstance, every searing loss, every radical reinvention. It is the soul's signature, the unique pattern woven into your very essence since time immemorial. Most souls, when they are invited to look back across the winding landscape of their lives with an intentional, discerning gaze, can identify it. It's that consistent note, that recurring theme, that underlying melody that has always been true about them, even when everything else shifted, when external identities were shed, when beliefs transformed. It's the quality that has been there since childhood, perhaps unnamed, perhaps misunderstood, but unmistakably present, like the silent, persistent current beneath a river's surface. This is what I am calling your lineage. It is the truth of you that transcends fleeting circumstances, the core of your being. And tending to it means choosing, consciously and regularly, to acknowledge it rather than dismiss it. It means actively noticing the moments when you are most truly yourself, when you feel most aligned, most real, most alive, most effortless in your being, and treating those moments as vital information rather than accidental occurrences or fleeting whims. These are not random instances of happiness. They are signposts to your authentic self. You might keep a small personal record of these moments. Not a formal journal, if that feels like a daunting pressure or another chore to be performed. Simply a place, perhaps a mental note, a whisper in your heart, or a few words scribbled on a piece of paper where you note, "Today, in this moment, when I was doing this activity or feeling this way, I felt most like myself." Over time, as you accumulate these observations, a clear, luminous pattern will begin to emerge. And that pattern, dear one, is the living map of what you carry, a sacred guide to your inherent truth and your unique path. It is the roadmap of your soul's continuous journey. Step 4. Practice receiving what is being offered. This step is one that many souls find surprisingly, even profoundly difficult. We are often much more comfortable in the posture of giving than in the receptive stance of receiving. We are conditioned to be givers, to be helpers, to be the source of comfort and support for others. We are often much more comfortable extending compassion to others, showering them with understanding and kindness, than in allowing that same gentle, nurturing compassion to rest upon ourselves, to soak into our own weary bones. The recognition that something vast, something beyond human comprehension, has turned toward you, has identified your essence, is, in its most profound way, a form of offering. It is an act of cosmic grace, a silent benediction. And yet, many souls instinctively deflect it. They receive the information, the subtle energetic knowing, and immediately redirect it toward skepticism, questioning its validity, toward unworthiness, believing they are not deserving, toward the pervasive belief that this must be about something they need to do, rather than something they are allowed to simply receive, to simply embody. This deflection is often an unconscious protective mechanism, a learned response to shield themselves from perceived vulnerability or the unknown. What has helped many souls I have walked alongside is the profound yet simple practice of what I would call receptive stillness. It is not about arduous effort or complex rituals. It is very simple, yet deeply potent. It is simply the act of sitting quietly, settling into your being, feeling into the subtle energetic sense that something greater, something benevolent knows your name, acknowledges your spirit. And instead of immediately asking what you are supposed to do about it, what action you need to take, what task needs to be accomplished, simply receiving it, simply letting the recognition land, allowing it to permeate your cells, to settle deep within your heart. You might try this for just a few minutes today. Find a quiet space where you will not be disturbed. Sit comfortably, allowing your body to relax. Breathe slowly, deeply, gently, bringing your awareness to the present moment. And instead of thinking, instead of analyzing, instead of questioning, simply feel. Feel the possibility, the gentle invitation that you are known. Feel the subtle warmth, the quiet hum, the undeniable sense that what you carry, in all its sacred depth, has been seen, has been acknowledged by a loving universe. Feel the truth that you did not have to earn this recognition, that it was not contingent on your achievements or your perfection, that it was always yours, an inherent birthright. Let that feeling, however unfamiliar, however quiet, however subtle, simply exist for a moment without you needing to do anything about it, without needing to change it, to fix it, or to amplify it. This is not passive, dear one. This is not a retreat into inaction. This is one of the most profoundly active things a soul can do, for it requires immense courage to open oneself to receive, to lay down the armor of doing, and simply be. Step 5. Honor the sovereignty already within you. Sovereignty is a word that can feel large and distant, invoking images of kingdoms and crowns, but what I mean by it is something very close and very quiet, intimately personal to you. I mean the part of you that knows, the part that has always known, even when other parts of you were confused, doubted, or sought external answers. It is the compass inside you that, beneath all the noise of uncertainty, beneath the din of second-guessing, beneath the clamor of external opinions, consistently points toward what is true for you. It is your inner oracle, your innate wisdom, your divine spark's unwavering guidance system. Many souls have been taught, through various circumstances, through complex family relationships, through the subtle and overt pressures of culture, education, or even religion, to distrust this inner knowing. They have been conditioned to defer to external authority, to seek permission before trusting what they already sense, what resonates deeply within their own being. And this consistent deferral has created a kind of internal exile, where the very sovereignty that is most genuinely theirs, the seat of their true power and wisdom, has become the thing they are least comfortable claiming, the voice they have learned to silence or ignore. Honoring your sovereignty does not mean becoming rigid, unyielding, or dogmatic in your beliefs. It does not mean refusing input from others or closing yourself off to wisdom that exists beyond your own immediate experience or understanding. On the contrary, it means beginning to treat your own deep knowing as a legitimate and reliable voice in your life, as worthy of consideration as any external expert or spiritual teacher. It means when you feel something true in your body and your being, a gut feeling, a sudden clarity, a profound sense of rightness, pausing long enough to let it speak, to truly listen to its message, before you rush past it, override it, or dismiss it in favor of external logic or expectation. You might practice this simply today, in a small way. The next time you feel a clear inner knowing about anything large or small, from a decision about your day to a deeper spiritual insight, you might pause before overriding it. Before you reach for your phone, before you ask for advice, before you dismiss it as just my imagination, you might ask, what does this part of me actually know? What is the wisdom held within this feeling? And you might let the answer, however quiet or unexpected, have a moment of real consideration, a moment of respectful space before you decide what to do or whether to act at all. This simple act reclaims your internal throne, step by gentle step. Step 6. Allow the uncommon to simply be uncommon. There is a particular kind of loneliness that comes with carrying something that not everyone around you carries. It's not necessarily a dramatic, isolating sorrow, but a profound, quiet ache, a sense of being subtly out of sync with the prevailing rhythms. Your unique frequency, while recognized by the universe, can feel like a dissonant note in certain earthly orchestras. It is not better or worse than what others carry. It is simply different, a unique flavor in a world that often prefers uniformity, and that difference creates this specific, quiet longing for understanding and connection. I have witnessed so many souls spend years, even decades, trying desperately to resolve this ache by making themselves more ordinary, by attempting to blend into the spiritual and emotional landscape of those around them. They try to want what others want, to pursue the same goals, to move at the pace others move, to measure success by metrics that were never truly calibrated for their unique soul blueprint. They dull their own brilliance in an attempt to feel less conspicuous, to alleviate the discomfort of standing out. What I have seen help profoundly and enduringly when souls are truly ready to embrace it is the gentle permission to simply be what they are. Not with defiance, not with a rebellious shout, not with the need to explain or justify their uniqueness to anyone. Simply, this is what I am. I am uncommon in these particular ways, and that, in its quiet power, does not require an apology, a defense, or an explanation. It is simply a statement of truth, an acceptance of your authentic nature. The cosmic forces, the vast intelligence that has recognized you, did not recognize you because you successfully blended in, because you perfectly conformed to societal norms or expectations. On the contrary, they recognized you precisely because of what makes you unmistakably, irreducibly you. That singularity, that unique spiritual fingerprint, is not a problem to solve, not a flaw to be corrected, not a burden to hide. It is, in its truest and most profound sense, what has drawn attention to you in the first place, what has sparked this cosmic recognition. It is your inherent brilliance. You might allow yourself gently, tenderly, to stop solving for it, to stop seeing your uncommonness as an issue, and instead to embrace it as your divine signature, a unique facet of the universe's grand design. Step 7. Trust the unfolding, not just the destination. And finally, dear one, this last step is perhaps the most freeing of all, releasing the tight grip of control that many of us unknowingly carry. Most souls, when they begin to understand what they carry, when the first whispers of cosmic recognition reach their awareness, immediately look toward the horizon. They want to know, with a fervent yearning, where this is going. What is this for? What great purpose awaits them? What are they supposed to do with this newfound understanding, and when, and how, and with whom? And there is absolutely nothing wrong with those questions. They are natural, human, and come from a sincere, eager place within the heart that desires to be purposeful and aligned. But what I have learned, after witnessing more journeys than I can number, after observing the intricate dance of awakening and integration across countless souls, is that the ones who find the most genuine peace, the most profound sense of flow and fulfillment along the way, are the ones who learn to trust the unfolding itself. They learn to surrender to the organic process, to the wisdom of the journey, rather than fixating solely on the destination they imagine at the end of it, or the outcome they try to preordain. Your recognition by something vast is not a starting gun, signaling the beginning of a frantic race. It is not a deadline by which you must achieve a certain state or perform a certain task. It is an acknowledgement, a profound, loving confirmation of what was always already true about you, a truth that simply needed to be brought into your conscious awareness. And what unfolds from that recognition is not something you force or schedule or track against a rigid metric of progress. It is something you tend. It is something you nurture with patience and presence, like a sacred garden that grows in its own season, at its own pace, in its own unique way, constantly reaching toward its own inherent light. You do not need to have it all figured out, dear one. You do not need to have a meticulously detailed plan for your cosmic calling. You do not need to move faster than feels authentic and true for you, bending to external pressures or self-imposed timelines. What has helped so many souls navigate this magnificent journey is simply this. Stay curious about what is unfolding within you and around you. Approach each new insight, each new feeling, each new experience with an open, wondering heart. Stay open to what is being shown to you, to the gentle revelations that come in quiet moments or profound shifts. And trust, even when you cannot see the ultimate destination, even when the path ahead seems veiled in mist, that the ground beneath your feet is real, that the journey itself is sacred, and that it is taking you somewhere profoundly meaningful, somewhere your soul has always yearned to go. A blessing for your journey. Dear one, I want you to hear this before you go, to let these words settle like gentle rain upon your spirit. You came to this message today for a reason far deeper than mere happenstance. Whether you found it easily, as if guided by an unseen hand, or stumbled upon it sideways through a series of unexpected clicks, whether you feel deeply stirred by what was shared, a resonance echoing through your very bones, or still hold some part of you in careful reserve, cautiously observing, you came. And that matters, dear one, more than you may consciously realize. It is a sign of your soul's readiness, your spirit's quiet quest for truth. I have shared much with you today, a tapestry of insights and invitations, and I want to be exquisitely clear. You do not need to carry all of it at once. This is not a heavy load to be shouldered immediately. Take what lands, what speaks directly to your heart and mind in this moment, what feels like a key turning in a lock within you. Let the rest remain in the background like a gentle hum, available when you need it, when another part of your journey calls for its wisdom. Growth is not a frantic race against an invisible clock, and it is certainly not a rigid checklist to be completed item by item. It is a gradual becoming, an organic unfolding, a blossoming, and it has its own inherent wisdom about timing, its own divine rhythm. I believe in you. Not because you are perfect, not because you have everything neatly together, not because you have resolved every question about who you are and what you carry. I believe in you because you are here, in this sacred moment of inquiry and openness. I believe in you because some part of you was willing to listen, to open your heart to these words, even if just for a flicker, because the willingness to receive, the courage to be present with your own truth, is itself an act of extraordinary courage, even when it does not feel like one, even when it feels quiet and subtle. The recognition that something vast, something beyond your current comprehension has extended to you, that is real. It is a fundamental truth of your existence, and it will keep unfolding, gently, persistently, in its own perfect way. Not in the way you expect, perhaps, for the universe often paints with colors beyond our imagination. Not on the timeline you might prefer, for cosmic wisdom often transcends human impatience. But it will keep unfolding, because what you carry, your inherent depth and unique resonance, does not disappear simply because you look away from it or doubt its presence. It waits. It is patient. It has been patient for a very, very long time, through countless cycles of forgetting and remembering, knowing its time would come. Tonight, if you would like, you might place your hand gently on your heart, feeling the steady rhythm of your own life force, and allow yourself to say this quietly, without needing to feel anything dramatic, without needing to be absolutely certain, simply as a loving acknowledgement. I am something that has been recognized. I do not need to understand all of it yet. I simply allow it to be real. That is enough. That is always enough to begin, to claim your truth, to open to the next layer of your becoming. And wherever this magnificent unfolding journey takes you, I want you to know with every fiber of my being, you are not walking it alone. Before we part, I have a small request. If something here touched you, share it in the comments, not for me, but for yourself. Writing it makes it real. And if you see someone else's words below, offer them a moment of your warmth. We grow faster when we grow together. If someone you love needs to hear this, pass it along. Sometimes the greatest gift we give is simply sharing what helped us. And if you would like to continue these conversations, subscribe. I will be here whenever you need. Thank you for sitting with me today. Carry what serves you. Return whenever you wish. You are always welcome here.